won't we? That's the second event. We'll move on to race number 3 and the third. We're back to Class 5s here, but stick over the 1650. Headed by Speedy Wally, Casper Founds and Zach Purton combined. Victory Follow Me, then Class 5 for the first time. Gold Velvet is out. Planet Giant was a course and distance winner back in May. Best J Triumph, barrier 10 for him. Didn't win last year. No Laughing Matter. Run up on his final start. And down to Idle and Flyer, Karis Teeton for barrier 5.
First leg of the 6-up, and pace of the race potentially good to slow they've got there. I think it might be a little bit more on the quicker side. Winningly's a horse that likes to go forward. Choice X Checker, Planet Giant. You've got one or two others as well that potentially could roll forward. The key is Winningly. I think he presses on and maybe just injects that little bit more pace I think might be there. Showing you this piece from the 26th, the 8th, because No Laughing Matter, who ran second last start, is on the inside. He's just going as well as Japonce. And we saw what Japonce did. He came out and won on debut. So I thought it was a really good gallop from No Laughing Matter. He backed it up with this one. He'll get back. He'll be running on late. So if there isn't a bit of extra pace in it, that will suit No Laughing Matter. Thought it was a nice piece there. And you can see he's quite keen. He's looking around. Good track work, I thought, from him. Another horse that goes well fresh is Island Flyer here. And here he is now working with Belay. He's just coming off on the inside there is Island Flyer. And I didn't think it was a bad piece from him as well, so worth highlighting Island Flyer, just working with a higher rated horse. And then he stepped up here and just really stretched out nicely. So he's been well prepared going to this. He's a really low rated horse. He's only rated at 19, but I thought it was worth showing his track work as well leading into it. All right, OK, we'll see if that pays dividends or not. We're going to start off with a regular here. Of course, this is the first leg of the 6-up as well, and a huge jackpot coming into this, 6.5, so an estimated return of $10 million for the 6-up, and a big one in the TT as well, $11 million actually for the 6-up. Speedy Wally, Atomic Blast and Planet Giant is where we start. Speedy Wally, not the easiest horse to get right, but Zach Purton does know the horse quite well and has had some success on him. Atomic Blast, I think, will be suited to the potential pace in the race that I can see. Planet Giant was going well towards the end of last season, and then he sort of just lost it a little bit there. I think he'll be on the pace, and I'm going to work around the back markers. So you've got a cull somewhere, as I've said before, or I'm going to leave Planet Giant out. Yeah, I did too. I put Speedy Wally in. I just wondered if Planet Giant wasn't quite there. And I did leave Atomic Blast out because he's just put on 16 pounds. I just think he needs another one. Yeah, there's a few usual suspects here as well. Victory Follow Me, though, drops into Class 5 for the first time. Poked up the inside here, or tried to. Nashra Wheeler got back here early, as we are well aware, and he's done a lot of work with this horse. The last 5 gallops, Nash has been aboard. This horse is getting the drop in class. There were a couple of runs from him last season that suggested he was very close to winning a race in 4. It didn't eventuate. He's a little bit of a thinker, which is a bit of an issue, but the drop in class, all the work from Nash, barrier number 1, on what looks a tricky card, I like him a lot. Yeah, he hasn't been with Danny Shum for too long as well. Correct, as you said, he's been there. The only little question mark I had with him was he hasn't trolled. Right. OK, track looks good, though. One more horse, or 2 more in actual fact, to take in out of this trial. Winning leader, Best J Triumph. OK, Best J Triumph goes well fresh. He's won fresh in the past. I didn't find a spot for him. Or Winning Lead, but Winning Lead looked really quite thin last season. He was like quite a slight horse. And the interesting thing with him is he's put 42 pounds on. So he's obviously managed to get the weight on him, which is, I think is quite a positive, because the horse has got a little bit of ability, but barrier 11 put me off. Yeah, he'll roll forward and probably get outside of the leader, as we saw, I think, which will generate a little bit more speed. I think he probably needed a bit of a rest, actually. He had a lot of racing last season, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him improve. All right, Brett's sounding quite confident about one, Paul. What about you? Yeah, I've got him in the numbers, Victory Follow Me, but I'm going to go with that No Laughing Matter, because I just really like that piece of work with Japonce. And Japonce came out and won really nicely on debut, and No Laughing Matter was going just as equally as well. So we'll give him a chance. He did run second last time, and he wouldn't be a bad price. Speedy Wally at the top. I've got Victory Follow Me in there as well. I still think he'll run OK. Just that little trial, I just wondered. And High Speed Metro is another horse that goes really well fresh, and he can add some value to the exotics. But again, I look at the Quinella place with this one, and I'll box up Speedy Wally, Victory Follow Me, No Laughing Matter. If you've got plenty, you can throw in High Speed Metro, but they're the 3 that I like. Fair enough, Paul. Yeah, look, I'm going to go with Victory Follow Me. I think first meeting at the Valley, it's sometimes difficult to, have one that you're really confident about, but I actually am quite confident Victory Follow Me getting the drop in grade, with a lot of track work leading in for the rider aboard, will be very hard to hold out. He's got barrier one. I take Paul's point, no trial, but there was a fair bit of residual fitness from last season where he was running good races, suggesting he could probably even win in 4. So he'll be my best bet of the night. Speedy Wally, Atomic Blast, and Don Wongchoi with a good barrier. My play will be number 2, straight out.
Load up.
There we go.
Bosh, as John would say.
Off and running. All right, that was the first leg of the 6-up. Next up for us, first leg of the TT.